Good morning to each and everyone, especially to you, sir. By the way, my name is Shalimer A. Makalimbang, and together with my partner, Queenie Rose Talili, we will going to explain what is preposition. Preposition. A preposition is a word that indicates the relationship between a noun and the other words of a sentence. They explain relationships of sequence, space, and logic between the object of the sentence and the rest of the sentence. They help us understand order, their time connection and positions. So, when we say preposition, it means this is used to describe the relationship between the noun and the other words in a sentence, or in other words, it connects the noun to the words included in the sentences. Um, for example, Alex threw a stone in the pond. If we use this example, the word into is the preposition which it is used to connect the noun and the subject and the predicate of the sentences. Another example is I am going to Canada. There are few interesting linguistic facts about prepositions. First, they are a closed class of words, which means no new preposition gets added to the language. We use a fixed set of preposition. So, if we use preposition, it should be fixed so that no new preposition gets added to the sentences. Second, prepositions do not have any other form. They cannot be plural, possessive, inflection, or anything else. For example, is the preposition on. So, we cannot say or we cannot add s or ed, en, or es to the preposition because the meaning itself would be changed. So that's why it is said here that prepositions do not have any other form and that cannot be plural. The third one is most of the prepositions have many different contextual and natural uses, so it's easy to be confused about it. Last but not the least, fourth, sometimes a preposition works as nouns, adjectives, and adverbs. Prepositions can be one or two or more, or even more words. Prepositions with two or more words are called phrasal verb. There are examples of phrasal prepositions, which is because of, in case of, instead of, by way of, on behalf of, on account of, in care of, in spite of, on the side of, and etc. These are some commonly used phrasal prepositions. Let me set an example using the phrasal preposition on behalf of. Anna attended the party on behalf of her mother. So Anna is our noun or our subject, and the word on behalf of is our phrasal preposition. Another example is in case of. I saved your number in case of emergency. So we use the pronoun I to be our subject, and the word in case of is our phrasal preposition. We have different types of preposition. We have simple preposition, double preposition, compound preposition, participle preposition, disguised preposition, detached preposition, prepositions of time, prepositions of place and direction, prepositions of agents or things, and phrasal preposition. Simple preposition, These are among the most common type of prepositions. The prepositions used to express the relationship of the nouns and pronouns of a sentence have with the rest of the words in it are called simple prepositions. They are often used to join two clauses in terms of complex sentence and compound sentence. So, when we say simple preposition, these are words like at, for, in, of, on, over, and under are examples of simple prepositions. Those words are describes a location, time, or place. Examples are most commonly or most popular prepositions are and, but, at, to, on, in, for, of, up, of, from, out, with, during, down, below, beside, over, by, near, behind, inside, among, and along. So those are examples of simple prepositions. Simple prepositions, they are often used to join the two clauses in terms of complex sentence and compound sentence. When we say complex sentence, it is a sentence with one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. For example, stay in the bath until the phone rings. So, our independent clause is the stay in the bath, connected by the simple preposition until, and our dependent clause is the phone rings. Independent clause are clause that can stand alone, which or while the dependent clause are clauses that cannot stand alone. Also, we have compound sentence. Compound sentence are sentences has at least two independent clause, but it is related to each other. For example, the puppy had lost her bone, so she was feeling sad. The puppy had lost her bone can stand alone without the preposition or the simple preposition so. And the other one is she was feeling sad, that is already had its own thought and it's very understandable, or in other words, it also can stand alone. Next, we have the double preposition. Double preposition, two simple prepositions joining together to form one which connects the nouns or pronouns to the rest of the words in a sentence. So, double prepositions are prepositions that is made by combining two simple prepositions. For example, the first example is, are you out of your mind? In this sentence, if you observe, the simple prepositions we have here is the out and of. In this case, that two simple prepositions combined together to form another meaningful sentences or sentence. So it becomes out of instead of separating them, which is out and off. Another example is that I was allowed the inside of the temple. So our double preposition used or being used here is the inside of, which is it is one of the examples of the simple prepositions because inside and of are simple prepositions. Another example is she's sandwiched in between two of her cousins. So in between is our double preposition used in the sentence. Next, we have compound prepositions. Compound prepositions are composed of prepositions as well as other words. Compound prepositions are easily confused with double prepositions since they both require other prepositions or words to help with acting like a preposition. Most common example of compound prepositions are about, across, along, beyond, besides, outside, according to, aside from, because of, as of, next to, on account of, apart from, but for, close to, depending on, due to, in between, in case of, and etc. Those are the examples or some examples of compound prepositions. Example: according to my calculations, this color should work just fine. I started for home with a view to celebrating Eid with my family. On behalf of our family, my father attended the family reunion. So for the first example, the compound preposition that is being used is the according to, followed by the other part of the sentence. Second one is I started for home with a view to celebrating Eid with my family. The compound preposition used is started for. The third one is on behalf of our family, my father attended the family reunion, which is the being used compound preposition is the on behalf of our, on behalf of. So if you can see or if you can observe, all the compound preposition that is being used are found in the starting point of the sentence, because it is stated here that compound prepositions are established by connecting the preposition words in the sentence before the noun or